For the third straight day, COVID-19 cases are over 3,000 in the province of Ontario. 47 people in long-term care have died in the past 24 hours. New Democrat leader Andrea Horwath hosted a press conference today. NetNewsLedger asked a question of the leader. Here it is. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for taking my call. The long-term care issue has been massive. Here in Thunder Bay, the Thunder Bay District Health Unit has reported 20 of the 22 deaths at the Southbridge Roseview long-term care home. But this morning, they're reporting potentially low-risk exposure to COVID from Air Canada flights coming from Toronto. Why is, with the Premier talking about putting a lid on international travel, we're also seeing people traveling into different parts of the country and potentially bringing the virus from high-risk areas like Toronto to Thunder Bay, which is not as high risk overall? What should be done?
Well, thanks, James, for the question. And I have to say that, a couple of things. I mean, first of all, I think the whole idea of traveling, people are not getting the picture. So what part of no travel that's not essential are people not getting? And I think that the reason people are hopping on planes and traveling wherever they want to happen to travel without it being an essential reason is because Doug Ford has messed up the message around that. It's do as I say, not as I do. It's bad behavior by not only Rod Phillips, and of course we've seen so many others since on all fronts. But look, this is not new for the Ford government. I mean, Doug Ford himself doesn't follow the rules. He didn't follow the rules around visiting cottages in the spring. He didn't follow the rules around Mother's Day in the spring. He didn't follow rules around large gatherings and not wearing a mask later on, just a couple of months ago. He didn't give any repercussion. There were no repercussions for Sam Oosterhoff, one of his MPPs, who didn't follow the rules. So why are people traveling in the first place? And it's not whether they travel from a hotspot to a non-hotspot. Why are people still traveling? When we're in lockdown in Toronto, that means people shouldn't be flying to Thunder Bay unless it was for an essential purpose. And I think that's where this whole system is failing us. Again, people are making those decisions, but they're making those decisions because the signal that the government's sending, notwithstanding the official communications, is that, it's up to you. Do what you want to do. And that's why people are taking those risks. And that's why they're not taking seriously those measures, the guidelines and the measures around restricting travel in the lockdown zones, because the government is showing by their actions that they're not serious. And that's why people in Thunder Bay are being put at risk.
Keep up to date on the latest news and information for Western and Northern Ontario and beyond across Canada. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our Twitter. And join us on Facebook. And always check out netnewsledger.com for the latest news and information.